y'all, it's Taty and I'm back for another video, and as you can see with the title, today I'm in a good mood. That's not what the title is. As you can see with the title, today we are talking about bossing up, just leveling up, getting to your best potential, just all of that. And honestly, I'm in such a great mood today because I'm excited to talk about this. I can't believe I haven't talked about this before. I'm just like, wow. I have so much information to give you guys today. I'm so excited to share it with you and see you guys' progress. I also am sponsored today. Thank you to SoFi for sponsoring this video. We'll talk about that a little bit later for a little bit, but yes, I am so excited to start this video. I guess I should start it, right? Logically. Okay, so I'm not gonna ramble because we gotta get into some things, so let's just get right into it. But first, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, what are you doing? We're gonna give you a couple seconds to do that. Did you do it? Good. Now you can watch the video and welcome to our family. Also, follow me on my socials. This is where you can participate in polls, all that fun stuff, or whatever. Let's just get into this. Yee! Y'all probably never seen me this giddy about a topic so far. I don't know why. I'm just in a great mood today, and I haven't even eaten anything because I'm trying to get this done for you guys, but the fact that I haven't eaten anything and I'm in this mood is like, who is she? Growth. That's who she is. No more projecting anger because you haven't eaten, Tatiana. That's not fair. All right, anyway, so bossing up. Bossing up has to do with how you view life, how you handle your finances, how you handle your business, what your goals are, what your outlook is, what you it's not just like an energy. There's things that you have to do and steps to get there. And also, when I talk about finances, that does not mean you need to have a job right now, especially if you're young. You can save your money and do things with your money even if you are not working, even if you're just getting money for birthdays, if you're getting gift cards, if you're doing little side things. There are ways for you to invest, save your money, and do all those things without having a full-time job. I think people forget that, and they're like, oh, well, when I get older, maybe I'll... No. You can do it right now. But anyway, I digress. Okay, guys, so the first thing I'm going to tell you, and it seems like this would be a down the line thing, but it really isn't. First thing you need to do is get your finances together. So if you, whether or not you have a job, whether or not you just get money on holidays, whether or not you're doing little side hustles, whatever it is, get it together. So what you're gonna do is make sure you know where your money's coming from, how often it's coming, what increments, and how large it is. You need to be able to kind of guesstimate what's coming from you and what's leaving for you. We need to know, okay, you know what? On a month-to-month basis, this is the money that's leaving me consistently, and this is the money that's coming in consistently. Let's find out our net gain. Where is our profit coming from, if anything? Now, once we have this number, right, so we see what's going on a month-to-month basis, we can make a goal. Okay, you know what, right now I'm making net 50 of a profit, you know, between losses and gains. I would rather be making 200 of a profit every month. Okay, let's figure out where we're gonna get that extra 150 from. Here is where budgeting comes in. Budgeting is your best friend when it comes to bossing up, because honestly, whether you want to start a business, whether you want to get enough money to go back to school, whatever it is that you're trying to boss up for, you need to be prepared to do that, and most of these things need capital and money. Budgeting is really hard. I personally am a budgeter. I try my best to pay close attention, and it can be hard, but that is where today's sponsor comes in, SoFi. Okay, so I really want you guys to listen up to this because this is a great tool for you guys to help you in bossing up. Okay, so you're like, what is SoFi? What is it, Taty? Okay, so it's basically like an all-in-one app. You literally can save, spend, borrow, earn, invest, budget. Like, you can do that all in one place. This is a place for you to basically begin saving and growing your money. They can help you with career coaching so you can get your next job interview. They can help you with negotiating your salary at that job. Like, there's so much that they can do, and it's available for SoFi members. These are the ways we can get a little bit more in tune with what's going on with our finances and help us to save, level up, boss up. And obviously, I would not be promoting something that I'm not using myself, so I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing. Hi guys, Future Taty here. I did not tell you the name of the next thing I'm talking about, and the name of the next thing is SoFi Active Invest. So yeah, bye. Yes, you can invest. You can do what you want, babe. And I know typically when people talk about investing, they're like, oh my god, like, but it's so expensive. You can invest on SoFi for as little as $1 in big stock. I'm already investing those, and I chose to put like 20 bucks in for each one, and I'm already seeing the market go. Okay, this is the perfect way for you to start, get your foot in the door, get started on your financial journey with tools like this that are right there for you. So you guys can learn more about this by downloading the SoFi app or going to SoFi.com. I'll have the information in the description box. But yes, next. So I am like queen saver. I've saved a lot of money, and the way that I've done that when I first started before finding tools like what I was just talking about, the way that I've initially done that is by saving everything I can. So for example, let's say you get a check for $1,000, your bills are $300 for the month. Put $300 in your checking account, and the rest of that $700 needs to go in your savings. If you do not need it, don't get it. I definitely had some splurge months where I was like, I'm a little stressed out, I'm gonna add an extra 100 so I can go get a massage, or I'm gonna do an extra 50 for my nails, or whatever your expenses are. Figure that out, and that is the only thing that should be going into your checking account when you get your money in. When you're getting income, put everything in your savings that you can. Only keep what you need to pay your bills and keep a sane mental health system, okay? That is where I know people have different percentage rules where they're like, oh, 90-10 or 20-80 and things like that. I don't go by that because I think that's a slower method, but you can definitely do that if you are just starting. Next, the next thing is you need to make a savings goal. It's really hard to save when you are not, there's nothing you're saving for. So for example, a lot of people are saving to get out their parents' house. A lot of people are saving for college. People are saving to afford that car, right? These are like priced numbers. So you have a goal of where you're going, and that kind of motivates you to get there when you keep seeing that number get closer and closer. But if you don't have anything you're saving for yet, it's a little bit difficult and the motivation is like not there. Find something to save for so that you have that motivation, or just make a number, okay? Just make a number of, you know what, I want to have 1,000 in my savings account. I want to have 100 in my savings account. I want to have this number in my savings account. Now let me figure out how I'm going to get there. Once you make that number, we can then look back at that net income, that profit that you're making every month, and we can be like, okay, you know what, I make 50 bucks a month. This is going to take me how long to get there? Make a goal, stick to it. I promise you, it is one of the best things you can do for yourself. Also, opening up separate accounts for different things can also be super helpful, i.e. checking, saving, taxes, like rainy day funds, things like that. SoFi also, separate from that, but SoFi also has vaults where you can do different things and put your money in different places. So yeah, you can go check that out, but make sure you guys are kind of keeping track of what is for what as well. Now that we know, okay, you've set your thing up, this is what I make every month. You set your thing up, okay, this is what I'm gonna save every month. You set your thing up, okay, this is how long it's gonna take me to get to this goal before I make the next one. Now that we have that all laid out, we're gonna talk about planning. Planning. It's really important for you to be figuring out what you're gonna do, okay? Where do I wanna be financially and career-wise, all of these things together? Where do I want to be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years? Where do I want to be down the line, and what can I do to set myself up to be there? So maybe, you know what, 10 years from now, I want to be in a house like this, living in an area like this, and with a job like this. Or 5 years from now, I want to start real estate. I want to own a house that costs about this. I want to flip it and do this. What do you want to do? That definitely takes time. I don't like this narrative that like by the time you're 18, you should have your whole life figured out, and like you should just know what you want to do. It's really difficult to pick a career that you want to do for the rest of your life when you're 18 or 20 or 25 or 30. Honestly, it's really hard. So don't beat on yourself if you don't know where you want to be there yet. Just kind of have a general idea of the type of life you would like to live. For example, some people would like to be living beachfront in Florida. Other people would like to be living in like a nice cottage or something in Oklahoma. I don't know. Everybody has different preferences, so figure out what's yours, what makes you happy, and what, when you envision yourself somewhere, where do you think you will be the happiest? Now, I know everyone like jokes and stuff. They're like, oh, looking up $1 million homes on Zillow, like, girl, I'm never gonna be there. Don't say that. Manifest. Speaking things out can really help you, and looking things up and having kind of a picture in your mind of exactly where you want to be can definitely motivate you to get there. If you're somebody that wants to live in a city, if you want to live in LA, if you want to live in New York, if you want to live in Miami, if you want to live in these places, they're a little more expensive. Just a little bit. The housing that you're looking for and you know where you want to be, the area and stuff like that, is going to be a little bit more expensive. Therefore, your path to get there might require a little bit more. Okay, so let's say, you know what, I'm studying to be a teacher, and teachers on average, looking it up, salary wise make X amount of money, and where I want to live costs X amount of money. So what else can I do to be able to make that life come to life for me? What side hustle can I do? What other business can I start? What else can I do to get there? Because truly, guys, I don't want this to be like a motivational speech, but you get one life. So if there's somewhere you want to be, go and make it happen. And doing these things like budgeting, saving, figuring all these things out and planning it out, getting visions for yourself is exactly how you're going to get there. And it is never too early. I don't care how old you are, you can start saving right now. If you get $2 a year probably in net profit, put it in your piggy bank. Put it somewhere. It doesn't matter. It's never too late either. Do not feel discouraged because other people are like, oh yeah, I've been saving. I got a 401k. I got this. I got that. Okay, great. Well, now's your time to start as well. This is your message. If you've been waiting to hear a message, here it is. Too often we like glorifying the end point, like, oh, the richness, the bags, the Birkins, the this, the that, the all this, and we're not glorifying the process that it takes to get there. And I get it. It's not cute sometimes. It's not pretty. It's not something that we aspire to do. If we could jump from A to C, most of us would do it. But sometimes the process can be extremely beautiful. It can be extremely humbling. It can be motivating. So it's important for me to tell you guys that B is something that is nice to make sure you're okay with putting that work in as well. Make sure you're okay with not trying to find the fastest route of getting there. Figure out what's the most efficient route of getting there, the most effective route of getting there. Because baby, as quick as you rise can also be as quick as you fall, and sometimes even quicker. I just want you guys to be comfortable being uncomfortable, and doing things like this will get you closer to where you want to be. But the process is not always glitz and glam as everyone tries to make it seem, and that's okay. And just because somebody has the Birkins, the cars, and this, that, does not mean that they are financially stable or financially educated. Does not mean that they have this huge savings account in case something goes wrong, because something eventually always does. So don't look at the outward appearance of people or what people present to you online, baby, because a lot of this stuff is rented, okay? A lot of these are rent-a-bags, rent-a-cars. So don't sit there and be like, oh yeah, like, I'm not there, I'm trash, I'm this, I'm that. Girl, they might not be there either. T. At the end of the day, I tell you guys all the time to not look in other people's lanes, to focus on your own lane so you do not crash, and make sure you, example, metaphor, when you're driving, right, you don't just look at like what's right in front of you. You're looking kind of long term to see what's coming, etc. That is exactly what I'm talking to you guys about when I'm talking about career planning, financial planning. You need to look down the line, but at the same time, it's also important for you to look at the step ahead of you. Make the steps, make your staircase. Okay, on this step I want to do this, and this step I want to do this, and so forth, but make sure you're focusing on the one in front of you, because truthfully, if you're in step 1 and you're looking at step 100, it could be like, girl, I'm about to turn around. Like, you don't even want to do it. I wouldn't want to climb 100 staircase, and that's really what life is. It's just endless stairs. It's important for you to have an end goal in mind. So your end goal every time you do something should be getting to the next step, and again and again and again and again, and eventually, before you know it, you'll be at the top of that staircase looking down at all the stairs you just climbed and being like, wow, look what I've done. And I think people also glorify the whole like not saving thing. People are like, oh yeah, like let me buy this bag, let me buy these shoes because I can. And it's like, no, but you don't have to though, because just as much as it seems like you're a boss when you have these designer clothes and you have whatever it is, it's just as much as it is for you to be a boss with however much in your savings account, because you can do it, but you're not. And that doesn't take it away. And I think we need to stop looking at material items as a marker of success and being a boss, because that's not what it is. So yeah, I hope that helped you guys financially, bossing up, saving, things like that. If you guys have more questions, please feel free to ask me. Again, thank you to SoFi for sponsoring this video. But before I close this out, you know I have to give my shout out of the week. This week's shout out goes to Sophie Rose. Here's her page. Go support a small YouTuber. You left the sweetest comment on my last Chit Chat Get Ready With Me video, and I just wanted to shout you out and show you some love as well. Thank you so much for supporting me, and just know I love you so much, and that will never change. Alright guys, so make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, turn your post notifications on. You got a lot to do. You better get to it. And I will see y'all in my next one.